needed. And look at this, Gen.G going for a hard read on this B push. It's going to be a double swing out. Xfero, he's going to be able to buy time just enough. There's backup here, but oh man, that's still the first kill for Texture.
I thought he dashed into the wall, but still.
Here's the thing is that Munchkin re-clears elbow after that smoke goes up to make it look like it might have been a fake into A. Now he's going to try to explore to mid, but little does he know, Xfero's still there, but the gravity well's good from Karon. Drops the spike right inside the site.
That's the thing about Karon. He is so darn good, and his utility is pretty sharp as well. Lakia now coming back in just to support the team, and although Munchkin fell, he got all of that information with that, doubling back in towards elbow. It's all down to Estrella now. 8 seconds left, and I don't think he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one. Gen.G picks up the pistol.
Just really good step.
Bit of information. Xfero might be able to spot out a player or two. They have an idea of what this setup is from Gen.G, but again, it's that firepower. Now Texture on the off angle, trying to fire off, now trying to reposition as the pistols kind of fire through. Karon's here just to support, and it's way too heavy of a choke point.
Yeah, we do have Xfero coming in from the side. See if he can get a cheeky kill or two. He should be able to find Texture. Here's the arrow, though.
Okay. Still trying to sneak through. Ooh. Texture turns around at the right time. Impactful shot.
Oh, man, a lot of times he's going to be stationed on the A side, but Gen.G will switch it up at some point during this first half.
Yeah, for now it just works out really well. And I mean, look at how this round went flawless. Putting up that wall, making this Astra Viper works. You've got the right player to make it happen and the right strategies, the right ideas just to work your way around, some of the compositional weaknesses, like without a Sentinel. This time, though, Lakia, a little bit too adventurous, sneaks out of Hall, gets punished by Flips.
Yeah, and Flips seeing both there is actually really... This toxic screen Munchkin can hold. It's a 3-person stack near A.
So much trust into Munchkin, so the rest of the squad has to make it happen. And again, you got Meteor on that Marshall. He's been deadly with it before. Can he make it happen once more? It doesn't matter. It's Karon inside of the smoke, inside of the Nebula. This is his Galaxy. This is his Cosmic, and it's going to be Xfero who's quite able to fire off a bit of a trade, but Munchkin has the information.
Oh, how he's grown accustomed to it since his debut at kickoff.
Used to be a little bit nervous, but now just
you gotta start to mix in a little bit more, because so far, already 3 rounds in, none of your plans have worked for RRQ.
Still trying just to spread across the board, but even then, that lurk, it just doesn't quite work out. The rest of the team now trying to sneak their way into the side along with a bit of a blind side. Estrella able to find an opening shot, but not before Gen.G fires 2 right back against RRQ. There's the 3rd and a 4th round win in a row for Gen.G.
All right.
They just fall back, trying to pepper RRQ through as they walk alongside that toxic screen. Elmimore now goes in for a bit of a peek, tries to go in for a little bit more, maybe a bit too much, as Munchkin able to fire back against it. Xfero and Jemkin now just watching around the pyramid, sets up a bit of a crossfire so you're not able to walk through this entrance any longer. Texture just tries to play around it. The Neuro Theft comes out, but it doesn't matter. Still able to flick back around. Oh, Jemkin able to fire back, but Texture back to the front. He's trying to watch every single angle. Is he fast enough to make it happen? The Snakebite, it goes down. He's managed to suck the defuse down to halfway, which is not too bad. A bit of a curveball with that cloud. He's getting a little bit cautious, so a bit of a jump peek just to spot out the information, and he sees it on the minimap, goes in for the drift away shot against Elmimore. Karon now swaps back over onto mid, takes down Flips. He is just prepared for everything, ready to strike, and strike he will. Jemkin now fires back. That's Karon down, but Texture has the cover with the operator. Still looming over his head. Waits for a bit of support from Estrella, but as they pick out, it's going to be Meteor who shuts down.
She just focus on double doors. I don't have to worry about covering my back, so that he actually uses the opponent's toxic screen against him. I mean, RRQ, I feel like they're currently trying to rely a little bit too much on util timings.
Goes back behind his own toxic screen just to get a little bit of safe cover. Texture able to be ready with the operator, but Jemkin just a little bit faster, updrafts into the air to strike him down with that knife. Munchkin now back in, trying to hold up around the sides, able to take down Flips, but not before Elmimore comes in with a Sheriff of his own. Meteor fires back. and now tries to get a little bit more space with that blind side. Looking for another opening against RRQ, but because of those previous rounds, you've got that Viper's Pit now ready and willing.
No.
Karon, though, fires through as the spike planter goes down. And that's going to be back to a 2-on-2. Viper's Pit's still up, so this is not the worst scenario for RRQ.
Yeah, but the pit's not exactly that safe.
Gen.G.
Gen.G's been spotted! He thinks he's safe for the Cloudburst, but Lakia swings out right around
the edges. That's the recon in. Now checking around the sides, trying to play off of each other's contact. They've spotted Karon. Estrella trying to stay alive, trying to stay hidden, tosses out the snakebite and repositions back into the little corner. How does Lakia check this? He hops up, he spots the bottom, and there's the headshot right through Estrella's helmet and skull. It's gonna be the spike defuse as well, just in the nick of time.
Oh man, .33.
For a solution against this Gen.G defense. We're back to an A hit. We've got the Hunter Sphere firing back now. Lakia taking down Elmimore. Xfer tries to push up front, but instantly taken back down. Karon holds up around double doors as well, so you're pretty much pinched in. Xfer able to fire back. Estrella getting the shot
down. Who's on the lurk here? Texture's got the timer, but will he have the reaction?
Wow.
He does. Swings out, Xfero not ready for that one.
Xfero was possibly thinking that they might maybe.
People said, oh, why is Sentinels just sticking with the same plan? But you imagine that on paper, okay, they've got no Sentinel. We know the star setups. We know the smoke setups. All you have to do is draw out the...
That Texture getting a little bit too confident, trying to find some of these greedy kills. But still safe enough to back out completely. And Karon's always anchoring down the site, always watching the backs. Somehow, though, Gen.G right inside of the little cubby, able to fire back. Munchkin and Karon now trying to fight back on their own. Gen.G still alive, trying to fire off shots down through the middle doors, but then...
Side of Breeze with a Yoru?
Go next?
I mean, yeah, you pretty much have to start thinking about the next map.
Oh my god! Texture! This time gets the opening pick. He was trying to do it up around K from before. This time he gets it up around elbow. Lakia now will be able to play up around the switch. Spots out the player. Xfero will be able to be sneaky up against him. But then you've got Meteor instantly trading just to take Lakia's place. Yeah, RRQ stretching their legs.
So RRQ, even things like that, right? Peeking right back outside of that metal door. It goes to show that RRQ thinks that Gen.G's sticking with the same defaults, right? You think it's just one guy watching Hall, the other two are in the site on A. That just wasn't the case right now. Fault the initial kind of peek in from Flips. He's trying to take elbow control. He's trying to make sure he pressures Nest a bit more.
To go all in. Karon puts up the Cosmic Divide just to split them up and divide this push as well. So much information, and he's right in this little corner. Swings out. Elmimore had an idea, but he swaps back over onto the shorty to kind of manage
this map is done and dusted.
It's amazing setups. Now Texture gets away with Daylight Robbery on that kill. Okay, Dimensional Drift.
Trying to push him back again. Now, does Gen.G remember how this was used? Yes, they do. They're trying to stay up in the sky, make sure that they can't enter to plant this. While that ult's going on, Texture's ready for it, Gen.G.
Fix around 180.
Oh, the absolute adjustments.
RRQ, though, although it took them a little while, although they had to work against Texture, after a little bit, they managed to push up front. Flips just took all the heat for them, and with that, they were able to set up, taking a couple of shots against Gen.G, but now you got to work against Meteor, who is just as sharp. Estrella, 1-on-2. We've seen this before. Can he correct the previous rounds? Tries to play around the pyramids, goes for the angle against Meteor, finds him, but as he tries to reflick back on towards Munchkin, the pyramids kind of work against him, blocking.
And they'll be able to start to push through. And if they go through this right at the 1 minute mark, they're going to have enough time to rotate if they feel like it's not a good idea.
Gen.G. Yeah, you know, I guess it's going to be a good idea for Gen.G. Gen.G tries to watch the angle, but you mentioned strength in numbers, and it's way too much. Now pushing on through, they've got that recon. Xfero tries to work around the corner, around the cyber cage, and he manages to make it work. Elmimore now firing off a couple shots down mid. It's down to the last one, and Elmimore centers his crosshair onto Meteor's skull and head. It's 11-2. RRQ has the thing. Marshall, a bit of an overexposed peak, and that could be your head. And on the other hand, a little mistake, and Gen.G could walk away with a round win, which puts them at match points, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Elmimore, a little bit unfortunate off of that. Outlaw now from Flips. Able to take down Meteor, so that's the Marshall gone. Lakia picks it up.
It's good movement from RRQ, but they have to be wary of this close angle.
God.
Gen.G, he's ready for it. So that's a good clear. It checks his corners, but they're also trying to tighten the map, right? You've already pushed them away from A main. Now that you have mid control, you can stay grouped. Even if Gen.G comes A site, even if they get the plant, you have the numbers. It's a clean shot from Estrella as well.
Good movement reads, just watching the crossing around mid. Now it's down to that B squad. Next Ferris watching it as best as he can. Working up around the toxic screens. He's got cover from Flips as well.
All Guardians just sticking for those long-range duels.
Also speaks to how confident they are. Flip spots the cape of the Sova though.
He's going to just choose to refill the site.
Whoa, quite a good bit of information, but look at this gate crash into Spike Plant. Xfero now tries to work around the smokes, but knows he has to be very cautious, very careful. A couple of shots fired through from Flips, and he's able to take down Texture, but that said, still, you've got 4 players to work against. Some of these headshot angles working out in favor of RQ for the time being. Lakia now comes through with the Aldrone just to get further information. You've got Estrella coming in, watching mid right now. Munchkin's trying to work off those snakebite lineups, and they have landed. Nobody's found just yet.
Karen's flank.
Watching the angles, Karen trying to come up from the other side, gets an opening shot onto Flips. He might be able to get more space off of it. Able to stick the spike down to halfway, and Munchkin gets every single kill. Round will still...
They're going to try to go for the safer site. Now the Dimensional Drift comes out. See what the repositioning is from RRQ.
Still trying to hold out that crossfire setup. Gen.G alongside Estrella, but it's been pushed back, and you've got that recon as well. Unbelievable. Meteor, now along with the blindside, tries to catch drop onto Gen.G. Gen.G fires back so quick. A bit of a cloud burst, and Texture is forced to push out of it. He's looking for more of these duels. Munchkin marking the other exit, and now the spike plant comes down from Lakia.
Flips trying to check for a lurk as well, but he's now going to have to focus back on the site. That's up to Xfero, but he's not coming through mid. This could be a timing for Karen. He's going to wrap all the way around. Gen.G just needs to buy time before they lock it in. Karen even gets the kill as well.
Big impact now. Gen.G fires back though, but does he have time for the defuse? Yes. Look at Munchkin. He knows he's got this. He just doubles back, goes in for the jump peek. Karen is still a looming threat, and Gen.G does not feel comfortable. He's very paranoid. Just swings around the back just to check, but nobody's found. Spike continues to tick away. At this point, close down to 7 seconds left, and Gen.G just tries to fire away, but the footsteps, everything in his ears. And it throws Gen.G off. He finds that shot, and the rest of RQ have to hang back.
Yeah, and an immediate repositioning here from Lakia as well. The jump peaks. Xfero knows that he hasn't been spotted just yet. He's trying to get a timing on here against Lakia. It's a little whiffy, but he'll be able to land the kill. Now he has to hold on to this position for as long as possible. He's trying to do as much damage. Goes for the extra contact.
Texture goes down. Not too bad. Immediately escaped just yet. The smoke, though, does give him an idea that RQ is probably trying to rush down B. Munchkin goes in for that bit of mid-control, but Xfero just fires right back against him. Meteor now, it's all down to his shoulders, along with that Sheriff. He finds that first shot, but then Elmimore answers right back again with the classic.
Estrella's going to start creeping. He has to start creeping. If he just thinks that Karen's going to come out through A main, this isn't going to be great. Now, Karen's obviously low on 9 HP.
But so are those RQ.
Yeah,
got
but
a good
not
idea.
much time. He just has to go for kills.
Looking for it. Spots out Flips, and look at that. Still a little bit of damage, not too shabby. Elmimore is able to end his life, and they pick up the pit.
Texture's just holding it. Texture's the bait right now. This is all for Munchkin.
Oh my god.
But we'll see how many Texture can get first.
That was so quick the way he dodged that flash. Now Munchkin on the other side with the classic. Able to double tap them in the head. Flips tries to fire back with that Phantom, but has to back off. Manages to find Lakia, but only just the one. Now a bit of a second. Elmimore tries to go in for a sneaky push down A main. Meteor shuts him down. Flips has the
Sheriffs. They're just going to one-tap them together.
Up. There it is. Onto the next round, though. And that's going to be RQ's broken economy, but they're not going to back down. Gen.G along with the Phantom.
Yeah, so Lakia's push out is huge right now because you're expecting this. You're expecting that they're going to rework the map. Because now you've gotten a weapon, you've pressured A, you've drawn out some of that utility. This
one doesn't see anything, so now just holds up around lane. The smokes from Karen. Such a good timing. Lakia able to hold down the off angle. Double kill coming through. Meteor now peeks out of the smoke at the right time, and Flips is caught unaware. A second kill, second headshot.
Positioning. This is going to be very hard to read.
How do you clear or check this?
They have no idea, and I don't think they're going to check it because there's no reason to just yet.
Almost the third. Estrella will be able to save his team for the time being. It's a 3 on painful thing. Estrella's life is almost over. Lakia anchoring it down from Boathouse, takes down Elmi Moore, and looks for even more. It's just going to be another player. Whoa, Estrella actually turns around 180, takes down Karen, but down to
very well, right? The previous round, you're able to steal a weapon. You say, okay, we drew out the paranoia. Let's calm down. Backup's probably here. Gen.G does like to fight.
Lining up for Tree as well. This is going to be a fast A-split take. Texture right around the other side with the operator. Has to try to hold it down. With the first shot, but manages to get away. Paranoia holds them back as well, and it allows Texture to come in for yet another kill. It's a bit of a double now, and this is a huge roadblock for RRQ. How do you barrel through? Okay, a bit of smoke off. They've managed to walk through, but you still got to deal against Karen. Oh, Texture on that operator. Estrella able to find a shot onto Lakia as he stares down the window. Meteor's right around the corner, 7 seconds left. If he doesn't find a kill, that's not going to even be the save. As Meteor strikes him from behind. Gen smoked off, and there's the null command. So Ultimate's going to have to be put on hold for the time being. Allows for RRQ to get for ult. It's going to be Elmi Moore with the Hunter's Fury. Now just biding their time, trying to hold and watch for those drops. Meteor firing off a bit of a shot as Jemkin rears his sights back towards the site. Looking for that final player inside of the smoke now. Lakia swings wildly, but flips alongside the classic.
The tables against him.
Sphero still, he's got that locked down. Wanting to take A main control. It's going to be tough. RRQ might not know that he's right around the corner. Another Shrouded Step. Oh, good pop flash, though. Flips manages to push through, but Munchkin! A triple kill gives him the quad. Now down that one.
Oh, they're trying to go on the hunt.
I mean, you're talking about
Swarm coming in to try to clear out early Killjoy util as well.
That's right.
Right here.
Coming back in, just trying to find the timing on some of these wall bangs as well. Now the recon goes through. I mean, the shock dart. Oh, it catches Sphero! Worst possible player to fall in this moment. Such an impactful piece of utility. Although Jemkin has managed to walk on through, this is Gen.G that's way too ready for this hit. Karen goes in with the TP just to find a bit of positioning. Meteor able to find a kill as well, and this is such a wonderful, advantageous angle. Karen able to nail the shot. Estrella takes Jemkin's spot, but he's kind of locked into this site alongside every single Gen.G player at this point. 12 seconds left, and he can't possibly make his way out, can he? Not even!
Oh my, okay. Still not enough, just with that one nanosword through the wall.
All right, a little bit of space. Exits have been smoked off, defender spawn. Gen.G can't really retake just yet, so just playing off of the timing of things, RRQ is trying to play around the position as well. It's their move. Trying to watch around for Boathouse and the little corner around with the shorty. Jemkin's able to start things off. Elmi Moore now fires back with a bit of a double. Texture able to trade out with that operator, but now pulls out the plays, and Jemkin goes in for those close quarters knives. It's going to be Lakia trying to fight back with the Odin now. Swaps over to the Vandal, trying to find a bit more room. He's running out of time, though. Goes in for the movement into Boathouse, and that is the call for Jemkin to peek out at the right time. RRQ
set up on B main.
Still gonna have to be very careful around it, though. Oh, even with the read, it's Texture so quick, able to pull that trigger right in time.
It's a good
Stay
pitch.
tucked away as well. Meteor able to, fall. RRQ managing to push out onto the other side around Pizza. Flips has to hold the angle and has to nail the shot, but oh my God, it's Munchkin.
That might not be a bad idea either.
Hold for Karen as well. Texture continues to fire off. Elmi Moore makes it a trade, and now we're back to the one-on-one. Elmi Moore has to know where Karen might just be. Goes in for the peek and crouches, just kind of hedging their bets into this A hit. So now they will go in. Bit of an execute, and it works out wonderfully well. Good support, good cover, good dash in, and Elmimore to finalize that kill as well. And look at trying to keep RRQ pinched in.
So for the most part, RRQ, they just need to stay alive. They just need the round win. Doesn't have done for kills.
All right, Gen.G continues to try to drop through, but instead they're going to drop like flies because RRQ respond to set up for that retake.
Now, when does Xfero go? Does he go for an entire lurk around? I'm curious. He's positioned for it.
What an angle. He's thinking about it. Now it's not quite going to happen. Meanwhile, Gen.G now pushing through from market, from defender spawn. They've marked B main. That's Elmimore gone.
Lakia's ready
watching
for it
the back as well. That's Xfero down. Both Jemkin and Estrella are in, and they're stuck. Jemkin able to fire back and blocking off lane for the time being, though. But then Munchkin comes through, still running out of time. Look at the shot, Jemkin! With 90-degree flick!
Will send Munchkin up mid to try to create an opening. They'll even go for some early pressure here.
It's a bit trapped. Alarm bot, wow. Invites a lot of peeks, but at the same time, its attention drawn away. The rest of the squad will be able to push into the A site.
Okay, so RRQ just needs to hold on to their util. They still have a paranoia. They have double shock darts.
All the angles. You've got Generator covered. Munchkin watching for the Heaven drop as well. He's got a classic, so it could happen. Tries to reposition into Hell. Karen turns back around just to watch for Heaven once again. The door has not yet been broken, so it's relatively safe enough for Gen.G for the time being, and there is the opening shot. A couple just to go through. A third body dropping to the ground. Estrella fires back, but then he's got two left to work against. Lakia as well as Munchkin. It's a bit of a crossfire, and Estrella is just...
So because of this smoke, RRQ, with all that other util, they're thinking that they're safe as they've really threatened out Gen.G. But Gen.G has a read on this. They're just going to throw bodies at it.
Oh, you're absolutely right, William. When you're right, you're right. Such a good read, such a good call. Bit of a preemptive strike up against Estrella as well. Now it's the same site take, clear protocols. Got the paranoia into Generator, you've got the TP, block down the door, and everything just flows smooth. Look at Meteor up around tiles as well.
Overall, RRQ here in texture with the Ghost, they'd love to get some early old Dorbs.
Managed to spot out a single player so they know which exits to mark.
Well, one of them's getting multi-kills here for sure, whether it's Meteor or Texture. Okay.
Oh, well, I guess it's going to be Texture. Takes the contact from Meteor, swings out, goes in for the double, even spots, kind of flips. As flips goes out.
No.
Oh my god. The fourth kill.
Some of those side executes.
Always a bit of a chess match on Ascent. Trying to get a read for where Gen.G's about to execute as well. Setting up around tree. Munchkin tossing in that 0 point, but it could be a bit of a fake. Baits out these smokes. Meanwhile, the rest of the Gen.G squad pushes through market instead. Texture is looking to drop some heads, able to collect onto Xfero. But Elmimore with the Odin will be able to answer right back. They know right where it is. A bit of a shot from Estrella to support as well. Now 10 seconds left. Meteor has to look for them, but his following teammate is just way too darn far across the map. 7 seconds, and that's going to be RRQ picking up the round. Will they be able to take the rifle away from Lakia as well? Yes, they will. Flips, turns around in time. Shit. And Elmimore's able to jiggle for information.
All right, he's still going to have backup here. You still have market control as well. You've got the Nano to cover switch. It's a decent setup. Oh, no.
Wow. He just dashes right over him. The Nano Storm even burns down Jemkin. So unfortunate, but Xfero holds the off angle. A bit of a double, and then Munchkin trades it off. RRQ now caught reeling from that loss, trying to go back in just to retake. Flips with a bit of a timing against Munchkin. Trying to set up for Estrella now. The door has to be broken. And then it's the spike plant too. They double peek back, playing off of the timing of things, and Estrella just has no idea.
The lockdown for a potential retake.
Trying to set up for it. Estrella sends out the paranoia now, pushing off. The Texture's already made his way onto the top of Generator. Meteor able to support through as well. Karen with the Shrouded Steps in. They are able to find trades for trades. However, numbers advantage will go over to RRQ. Lakia tries to pull off a sneaky play, but Jemkin is prepared. Spots him with the operator and a sniper shot to give RRQ the 8th win.
Good internal timer.
Right now.
Here.
Jemkin marking the angle in towards middle.
It's a good trade of places, though. Filling it right back up with Elmimore flips. Doesn't want to greed this too much. Okay, he hears the dash as well. So now you know the dash is out. Op is repositioned. You still have mid control with the bot, alarm bot, and Elmi Moore as well. Estrella's here for the double. The positions are good from RRQ, and so is the read.
Crag has been tossed out as well. Able to still hold the angle. Catch any player as they try to cross, but the smoked off now. Allows for Texture to sneak in. You got to work up against Gen.G. Texture's just right underneath.
Yeah, but they're creeping in. The spike's down, and I believe it was spotted by RRQ. But, so that's why Gen.G backs off. He says, okay, they might be in the site. He has the perfect read. They don't want to get caught off guard. Gen.G going for a bit of a gambit. Does not work out.
Just cerebral stuff from freaking Gen.G. Sneaks back, gets the shot.
30 seconds left.
Although Meteor has picked up a rifle. If he can find at least one kill,
To stop an early push on A, but they recognize that this could be an old push on B. So they're all outside of the site. This is always meant to be a retake. And Gen.G kind of reads that with their 0 point, but they don't mind. They'll take the plant. They'll deal with the retake after.
take the plant first. Watch these angles. Always marking the door. Texture now. Trying to catch a sneaky one through, but Xfero is more prepared.
Munchkin has to win these.
Holds the
Oh,
angle.
they have no
the
idea!
early drone. A bit of a misunderstanding now. It's going to be Estrella finding the trade. A bit of recovery from RQ, but the timing's all a little bit off. The spike continues to tick away. Gen.G still continuing to stay tucked away. Gen.G fires off the shot. Now they're now he's been known. Meteor crouches down, able to cut him at his torso. But Estrella finally fights through from B main. Lakia has to do it all. He's got a little bit of support, but unfortunately not quite able to make it happen just yet. It's going to be Xfero, but he's bought enough time.
Oh, that is a heartbreaker for RRQ.
That said, though, RQ will be able to hold their ultimates for future rounds now. Elmi Moore 1 point away from the Hunter's Fury. Still trying to back off, maybe set up for more retakes. Fragment gets tossed, but Texture has made his way through. Oh my god, even firing through the smoke with the Phantom, he catches flips.
That's a nice flick.
Flicks
Now
on
Texture already on heaven.
Texture is just continuing to try to find any unsuspecting players with that tracerless Phantom. Smoke clears. There's a 0 point now. Hunter's Fury just at an off timing. Doesn't quite catch anyone though, but it does flush RRQ out. They still manage to get the drop onto Gen.G. Both Texture and Karen have dropped. Now it comes down to the shots all the way from A main. It's still Elmi Moore trying to sneak it through, almost managing to make it happen. Gen.G with the 4th kill in the round, just to ensure RRQ ties things up.
That last cloudburst, by the way, might bad, but it does not come.
That's why they're holding, but yeah, not seeing anything. Owl Drone will spot out Gen.G though. But does it spot out Estrella? Not quite. Karen blindly going in, blindly dropping to the ground. All comes down to the swing. Texture looking to make it happen. Spots him out. The blades get sent through.
He dashed past it.
Oh, and now he's looking for the next player. Elmi Moore almost caught out. The 0 point of the null command, though, it will deny his blades. And now here comes Gen.G. I've got a blade storm of my own. Bit more support. The recon catching Meteor. Gen.G flicks back and catches him down. 2 players left, and although the spike was down, RRQ is looking to dominate this site. Where is Munchkin? Just up around the A main.
Well, there's only one spot left.
Swings out. Yeah, it's not quite going to happen. RRQ.
This is again a setup for flips. Let's see if Gen.G can be good for one.
Oh, peeks out with the off. There's the pop flash flips with the angle. Will catch Munchkin. Gen.G starting to make some of these movements now that kind of bite them in the back.
Elmi Moore's trying to go for a hero play, but the dash is there!
Oh, Texture keeps himself alive. Karen watches his teammates back. As they continue to push through, they've got to deal against Xfero as well as...
But Gen.G, that means, has a timing here to push against the 2 in Boathouse.
Okay. The dark cover, unfortunately, doesn't quite work out. Estrella stays tucked away, but they just go in to clear it. Gen.G, good job in doing their due diligence. Now it's up to flips as well as Gen.G, trying to even out the score. But I think it's a little bit too much. A bit of suppressive fire from Lakia. And they should know that this is going to be one heck of a setup. You got 3 players, if not 4, even more inside of Boathouse. Flips slowly walking out to clear right now. Oh, Gen.G a little bit of a lineup with 2 skulls getting hit. Still, it's going to be...
Just going to be a push in.
Man. This makes me so nervous, Will. Paranoia through now. Now they're trying to go in for that push. Oh, the fragment even catches on the Flips. He cannot hold that elevated angle any longer. Estrella trying to watch for the linear angles, but flashed perfectly. Flips still able to find a bit of a double, but Meteor answers right back. Flips trying to double back through from tree. Catches Meteor now. A 3rd kill for him in the round. Spike not yet planted. It's a little bit too hot. It's the smart from the shadows play from Karon. A bit of a risky one, but welcome nonetheless.
But now they have to worry about Lakia. Someone has to keep a timer. So it's going to be the dash away from Gen.G. They want to just say, let's rush towards B, make it a 3v1, worry about Lakia afterwards.
Lakia has to go in fast.
He's got Hunter's Fury.
Has to hold it down too. Just fires off the Hunter's Fury blindly first. It catches Gen.G. Updrafts away, still alive. Karon has to land his shots right now. Stays tucked away, puts out the dark cover just to give him a little bit more space right around the spike. 3 players tucked through. Gen.G runs through. It's going to be Xfero who sticks it all the way through. What? That's how he reaches match point and the ace for Flipsider. That would be dastard. Odin away. A bit of a flash through.
That's so much damage.
Meteor's down so low right now. I don't know. Can even place the lockdown in. Completely suppressed by the 0 point. Ares for Odin. Elmimore almost, barely makes it away. There's the lockdown, continuing to fire through.
Oh, and he gets 1.
There's the Ares gone.
And he can keep spamming. That lockdown, not getting any value.
Surely not.
So it's just a hard rotate. Now, does RRQ read into this? They've still got an off-round.
That's what I'm banking on. Texture. Oh, he's getting checked by the shock dart.
No.
William. Surely not. RRQ.
They are checking everything. This entire map. They're checking their corners. They're checking for lurks.
Now Gen.G with the operator. Good flashes coming through. Forces him to whiff. Estrella holding the cross now. Doesn't spot anything. He hears the jump. Actually catches the drop on the spike planter. Karon goes down. A 5-on-2 scenario for Gen.G in the final round of the map. Can RRQ make it happen? Most certainly they will, as Meteor tries to fire back, but he's down in the red. Completely overwhelmed. Both Xfero and Elmimore will end it. Xfero starts to fire away, but it doesn't find anything just yet. Gen.G knows the Texture stuck in the corner. Paint shells will eliminate that duelist player from Gen.G.
And this is just a hard read from RRQ. You know that Gen.G loves to take this mid pressure with a double duelist early on. It's just an entire trap. It's a meat grinder.
Holding the angles as well. Now goes in for the peaks together as a team. Karon fires back. What? How does he do it? Timing as he gets the spike planted. Sneaks through to top of heaven right now, and Karon's kind of out in the open, so this could be it, or it's going to be an ace. Karon stays tucked away. Tosses out the paranoia. Flips just continues to stick it, doesn't really care. Oh, he gets off! Goes in for the swing now, and unfortunately for Karon, no ace to be found. Great damage.
You're relying on the fact that ace should be relatively safe. It's going to be a swarm in. Spectre enough.
Wow. Not too bad. He continues to isolate the angles. Doesn't peek out too far wide from the screen and is able to take down 3. Meteor fires back with Marshall. So not too shabby. But I don't know if, okay, Gen.G, RRQ's just playing very safe, so allows them that spike plant. Meteor continues to fire off on these shots, but of course overwhelming with force. Estrella continues to push down, and that's going to be the 2nd kill for the guy. RRQ now picks up the 2nd win. Goes 4th.
Yeah, this time not letting it go back over on that Thrifty like it did in that 2nd round. He's going to be able to match firepower. Like you said, all alone.
Oh, they're creeping up.
Yeah, no audio. That's a tough one, but the kneecaps are shown. The drop doesn't quite favor Gen.G. Flips actually hears a bit of that noise. He's going to back off. Finds one.
Okay. Lakia's look has been spotted. Now they're watching the back of ropes. It's going to be Elmimore, though, firing off a shot against Lakia, so Lurk no longer something that you need to think about. Just clearing out the corners now. 3 players from Gen.G trying to hold down the site. 1 elbow, 2 back sight, getting flashed out now. Forces the paint shells out from Texture. Guiding Light blocked off thanks to the dark cover from Karon. Not too bad. Elmimore will be able to trade back though. So then comes up the toxic screen. Munchkin just trying to work his way around it. Texture still trying to stay tucked away. Continuing to peek out, trying to catch the timing onto when RRQ will peek. And there he finds a couple. Paint shells now tossed in to eliminate Elbow. But Estrella just swings out the other side instead. Catches him with the Spectre. It's all down to Munchkin now, but Estrella no longer has time. Not too bad from Gen.G.
Can he drop the weapon though? No, Munchkin's gonna get it. So, I mean, Estrella, if he could have dropped the weapon at the very least, you're forcing all rifles to be dropped.
Contact so incredibly well. It's great reads from RRQ.
Yeah, RRQ, of course, still going to have that judge in their own hands as well, right? They've been trying to match power for power in the last 2 rounds. Estrella, an early peek.
Okay.
Ooh. Trade in mid. So this as well, Estrella can rely on that.
Just to be safe. Texture just setting up for the timing on the flick of it. There goes the showstopper. It doesn't find Estrella. He actually wraps back around the left side of the pillar, finding Meteor as he tries to cross through. Munchkin now goes in for the swing. They're trying to catch him around the wrap. And Elmimore, along with the judge, will not be able to do all too much. 2 on 2. Karon manages to make the plant. They have to set up for the crossfire inside behind that little box. It might just give Gen.G a bit of an advantage. But oh my god!
Oh, trying to use the satchel, the blast.
Work around his toxic screen at the very least. Trying to catch anyone if they do try to cross through. So
okay,
Gen.G plays it safe, goes in from the Trailblazer, clears out the rafters. And here's RRQ now trying to work their way through to heaven. Jemkin will be able to start things off with that early frag on the Stinger. He still has that showstopper, so if the spike plant starts to go through, he might just be able to kick things off, and there it is. Flips getting a double with the Sheriff as well. It's all down to Munchkin now, and caught with that Guardian.
30 seconds left.
He will not fall, not yet. It has to cross safely away. Whoa. Another incredible flick onto Estrella. The spike still dropped down.
Yeah, there's still 20 seconds, so they do not want to bunch up for this.
Jemkin.
Here's one right below him.
Munchkin continuing to peek against them. But
that might be the call to go into B, knowing that it should be a weaker side on the B site.
They got hit by the Paranoia, but just waiting out the timing of it now. Meteor alongside this Blade Storm trying to get the shots through, but look at how Elmimore holds it down. The flashes this time. Even with Estrella able to support, connecting on all of these shots. Now the last one, yeah, able to get away with a little bit of victory, but at the same time, just Elmimore continuing to probably not Vents, I hope. Gotta watch out for that mail hold. Guiding Light goes through, Flips falls back. At the same time, you've got a couple players inside of Garage waiting for the go signal. Estrella tosses out the Paranoia just to fend them off, but Meteor continues to push through, and it's instant 3 kills from Gen.G, and they will have the site.
Oh, the utility was so good from Gen.G on that one. So what they did was they used the Trailblazer to clear out the close smoke as well, and that keeps RRQ guessing. So Flips wants to peek out as the smoke.
Gen.G definitely trying to turn things around, trying to find different solutions to how they might regain control of this mid area.
Yeah, given the pattern so far for Gen.G, though, this split here on the closed off by the opponent's Viper's Pit.
Oh, that's deadly.
Oh, in this pocket.
Little corner now. And RRQ wants to try to retake ramp because screen has been blocked off. Jemkin able to spray through, catches Texture. That pocket has been eliminated. Karon kind of takes his place, though, just perched right up on top. Flips has the angle, though, and spots him on top of the Cyber Cage. So that's now numbers advantage to RRQ. Can they still work their way through the Viper's Pit, though? They just might be able to do it. Jemkin taking down Lakia from heaven. Meteor trying to stay tucked away inside the little corner, but Elmimore crouches and sprays him down. Munchkin back inside of Elbow. Here's the defuse and wants to rush in, but it's way too oppressing. The suppressive fire. All right. He must have seen where that tracker came from, so knows the camera's up around heaven, tries to bypass most of the trips, and tries to catch the timing onto Xfero, but right around the edge, Xfero! These cyber cages have been such pesky thorns for Gen.G. Now they've lost their tip of the spear. Texture tries to throw them off with the paint shells, but can't quite catch the flick with the operator. Karon trying to hold down the site. But unfortunately, it's going to be that spike plant. RRQ continuing to press forward. Gen.G stuck in between a rock and a hard place. They're trying to eliminate that rock. They're trying to watch out for heaven. Able to deal with the first little pebble. Then you've got so much more. 3 players now just right around the site, surrounding them. Munchkin trying to hold it down too, but Lakia with a quick fadeaway shot catches Flips. Don't have to worry too much about Elbow any longer. He goes back in to check even more. 7 rounds left in the mag. Tries to go in for the burst. Xpero swings wildly all the way to the side, and it's going to be Munchkin who's unable to track RRQ. Double their score on top of Gen.G.
I mean, Gem can land some nice shots. Shut down.
Hard B. I guess that's the play, but you got to watch out for those flashes like you mentioned, Will. I mean, look at Astrea's positioning. The Paranoid collects, and it's going to be Elmimore now on the sides. Everyone's blinded, but Elmimore finds every single kill. It's all down to Munchkin now on the other angle. He hops over. The footsteps have been heard. Elmimore, unfortunately, overstays his welcome for 1 more second. Munchkin will be able to
all the way through, right? So, because unless they're grouped up, buddy, you try to find 1v1s. You got the time to go for the rotates.
Oh.
I mean, Flips, he's holding a good offense mid like they are right now. They can start to spread out deeper, and the Seekers are absolutely going to get the read onto this push.
Elmimore knows that guiding like this out, but he walks straight into the Poison Cloud. A good punish from Munchkin, and it gives Gen.G the sight. Xpero just needing to back off.
Yeah, now you just have to hold for the retake.
Okay. Meteor goes down on the other side of the map. The Boombot clears. Flips coming in with support from Heaven. And Xpero uses the camera. Tries to get a kill through the cage, but instead goes for the spike planter. Tries to buy a bit more time for the rest of the team to arrive on the site. And it kind of works out. Flips repositions back in towards spawn and gets
main garage. So Texture, he'll work with it.
Backside, he could actually make it happen. Jemkin will be the sacrificial lamb for the time being. Paranoia out, and he dodges it completely. Paint shells tossed through. Flips has to swing. He goes in for the blast pack play and tosses him off. Texture knocked off balance, knocks Flips down into the ground. What a clutch!
You can just let the site get taken over.
Oh, he's gonna use the showstopper for this position instead.
Oh,
but Texture shot through the toxic screen right into Jemkin's face. How does that happen? Now it's down to Xpero alongside Astrea. The From the Shadows gives him a bit of space on the site, but Meteor, the rest of Gen.G, they are doing such a good job at holding it. And at the same time, rotations, quick rotations into B. Flips, although, no, I think he's not quite checked. Munchkin turns around at the right time. Now 10 seconds left, the spike goes down. The Vipers pit the block out defender spawn.
Oh, it just all falls apart. I mean, that showstopper was meant to buy so much time, but now they just walk right into their death in the pit. And
they need to double back into A. And just as they do that, Karen's right around the corner.
Flips, the guiding light, I think it tags him. That actually works out great for RRQ, because it forces the 2 members of Gen.G to stay on B.
Oh, there it is. And with the distraction bought away, Jemkin now pushes in the pressure. Texture has to come huge with these kills. Karen's down. And Texture feels the paint shells, tries to hide back away, still able to land the second headshot. Elmimore will take him down though. Numbers advantage on the side of RRQ until Munchkin fires right back with a classic as he drops. Spike will be planted. Lakia rotating over, but Flips still sneaky as ever. Going in sneaky and beaky like he's going through screens. They're trying to double back, maybe to the top of Heaven. Spotting out Munchkin now. Elmimore fires off a couple more shots. Lakia gets the frag. And now Flips just in an undiscovered position.
Yeah, it's just a flowchart. This is a group up on A.
And the paint shells, along with the snake bite at the right time. 20 seconds left for RQ now. They're kind of stuck. They do have the firepower though, so just looking to barrel through now, walking past the smokes. The entire wall of smokes allowing them to snake onto the site. Good shots though. Karen will be able to fight back for the time being. Meteor fires off the Marshall as well. Picks up over onto the Spectre, now trying to get the pressure in. 8 seconds left, and Meteor plays up around the side of Elbow. They've got it covered. It's got the smoke in, and Flips alongside Elmimore. The
Stinger also bought back, so 3 weapons.
They're also looking at a 9-5 scoreline. RRQ just trying to switch up the pacing, but the snakebite catches him. Munchkin a little bit more prepared. Potential V-split coming through now. Munchkin still eyeing the top. Elmimore will be able to take him down. Texture trying to fight back, but Flips gets the timing swing onto Karen. Poison Cloud reposition. Yeah, Spike not there yet, but they do at least have positions held. Meteor tries to break the placements, but Elmimore is just so sharp to track through. Seekers now goes on a little bit of a trip. so they don't quite know. But at the very least, the Trailblazer will be able to find him. Elmimore re-peaks, and it's RRQ once more, doubling Gen.G's.
So RRQ this time, they're just going to stick with the first contact. Instead of trying to fake it, allowing Gen.G to get a read on the flowchart, they'll start to clear, but it's again 30 seconds in. The pop flash, are they ready for the anti?
Swings out off of the flash.
30 seconds left.
RRQ still a little bit prepared. They've got enough numbers that they can dodge these flashes or play anti. On the other hand, though, again, the weaponry on the other side just not the greatest. Trying to re-peek out. Munchkin, unfortunately, will bite the dust. It's going to be up to Meteor now, still continuing to fire through. Texture able to fire back. Gen.G falling down to the ground. xFaroh now tries to go out the other side, but Meteor. Really unfortunate for xFaroh. And the rest of the team as well. Just moments hesitation again, but this time going in fast and quick. Texture fires right back with another rocket. That's Gen.G down. Might have ramps, but Gen.G, they've got the site covered. Texture's still online though, and now he gets all the information.
So footsteps heard. Yeah, Meteor knows this.
Just try to walk through. Shrouded steps, bit of a fake. And Munchkin's just continuing to mark this angle. Gets the one and he immediately backs out. Incredibly smart. Snakebite in for the decay as well. Just a Trailblazer initially out just to clear the corners or at least push Texture back. He will toss those paint shells in towards back sight. Still though, RRQ, Estrella managing to get up top on top of Raptors. Swings back into hell. 2 players down from Gen.G. Now looking into Defender's spawn. A quick trade. Estrella up on the triple kill. Seeker's out from Lakia though, and alongside Meteor, the Blade Storm gets pulled. Even numbers, even odds for both sides.
2v2. Look at Meteor's read. On the holdout from xFaroh. xFaroh doesn't have a read on this. Oh no, the misses though.
He whiffed. Swaps over onto the Classic, but he doesn't have anything else. And that's going to be RRQ landing. Just trying to test the waters. Trying to push and pull Gen.G across the map, and Gen.G's default now. Giving them a little bit more space to work with. They have spotted some of these players out, but Elmimore makes it a quick trade. Quick movements back in though. And look at how Munchkin doubles back.
That's a bit rough. So, I mean, you still have 50 seconds. I would love to see xFaroh just move a bit more on the A side, try to pressure that toxic screen. But they're not in position to do it, and now no smokes at all.
It's not numbers advantage on the side of Gen.G. Even if RRQ death balls through mailroom right now, they're walking in to players who are prepared. Oh, Meteor backs off. A bit of a early rotation.
Yeah, I mean, they find nothing over by B. So it's just going to be an over-rotation from Gen.G.
He's not going to know.
10 seconds left.
But they have no idea either. They think the site might be empty. Now a 2v3. Does he get the timing? He does, but Meteor's right there for the trade.
At the same time, you've got Lakia just to top Meteor off with his health. 2-on-1 where Elmimore's down in the red. Now gets his screen full white. They know that he's right around the corner. Goes in for the check, but he crouches, head a little bit off. Tries to go in for the spray transfer. Almost narrowly whiffs Meteor's head by an inch.
Yeah, that's the wall shot.
Through a ramp. So the smokes will be called out from Karen. Trailblazer to check as well. Oh, okay.
Oh, he's going to get spammed out.
It's okay for now. Oh. Being healed by Elmimore. Now looking for some of these sharp sheriff shots. It's not quite going to happen. Lakia and Texture locking things down. Both mid and A ramp denied.
That's rough. Tried to just kind of creep up.
Still sneaking through.
Yeah, get ready for the ults, but this is huge. xFaroh and flips. If xFaroh can find a kill, but his barrel's going to show. Just wanted to make sure he kept his eyes on elbow. Too many angles to cover.
And the range, you know, it doesn't work out from ramp. 2 screens with these weapons. No. Very unfortunate for xFaroh as he had to mark these angles, watching elbow as well. Down to Estrella, and Gen.G look to make this into a flawless round.
Calm enough to do exactly that. Rifles bought back. It's a good pickoff, a good read against the push out. Immediate Seekers, I love the up in the tempo.
Trying to go in quickly, but Texture just shuts them down right quick as well. Now behind this toxic screen, you've got a B squad going through, and Gen.G manages to open things up. The spike now gets planted. Gen.G has to wonder about their backs.
Yeah.
Sphero has regrouped with flips, so this is better firepower. They spotted out Texture, good dig, but Texture swings back and gets a headshot anyway. Gen.G spray transfer, gets a bit of a double, then it's down to Karen. Oh, flips!
Clean
Just a
shot.
sidestep, one tap.
Clear.
Karen.
The paranoia should buy him time.
Can find the kill, that'll be even better. Okay, Estrella tries to get information. There's the showstopper just to collect on the kill, but oh, he completely evades it. A bit of a trade comes through. That said, still good shots from Gen.G, and they have the side.
But look at the minimap,
Xfero.
Xfero's dug deep, and Gen.G's still on B as well. They could go back at any point. If Xfero can clear screens, that'd be huge. He's waiting for the backup.
Oh. Just buys a bit of attention and time away. Estrella continuing to collect through with this,
He has
the rest
no
of the
idea.
team.
The thing is they have no idea that Locke is already in the site. They think they've already cut off all the backup.
No. Xfero drops. Hasn't been able to collect on these kills just yet, so they will be able to recall in towards Gen.G, but with 9 seconds left, it's going to be tight. Gen.G has to hold for these rotates. That
Does
spike.
he have it?
Yeah, I think he should have it in time.
No, he doesn't.
Just narrowly
man.
by like. Actually overwhelmed this B site hit right now. Flips, waiting for the flash, goes in for the peek. Inside of his poison cloud, actually, he manages to make it work. Now Gen.G arrives on the crime scene. That's homicide against Karen. The rest of the team now from Gen.G arriving, but a little bit late. And Elmimore has the off angle. There's the next player down. 13 seconds and the spike gets planted. Elmimore looking for the next one, and this could be it. This could be over for Gen.G. Xfero from the back. Elmimore with a swing, the reads, the prep work, the set plays, and RRQ